Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another normal game sent in by you, the fans, to lifecyclisttv@gmail.com, Mr. Maximus Black.
Yes.
Hit me up with the sound of getting a little too saucy in your late 30s and finding out.
You know, I mean, I'm just gonna have one more drink. Just one more drink. 12 hours later. I'm dead.
And that's right around the time that you say, I'm never drinking again.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, 5 days later.
Oh, bro, I said that like 7 years ago, and I don't think I've actually really drank since then. So
you finally hit your limit.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have like when I'm in Vegas with the boys, I'll have like one day where I indulge, you know, where I get a little tipsy. But outside of that, I'm just not a drinker. I'm just not. I don't particularly like the way it makes me feel, like in the morning, or even. It got to the point where it was like at night. Like I'd start drinking at like 7 p.m. and by 11 I feel like ass. It's just like, you know, and then by like 8 a.m. I feel like super ass, and then like my next 2 days are fucked. So I'm just like, I don't. It just ain't for me. I'll have a drink at, you know, if I'm going out to dinner and stuff. Like I'll have a cocktail or, you know, whatever.
Tom Collins.
Yeah, little Tom Collins, little TC. Can't drink really beer because it makes me super bloated and just makes me feel gross. But like, you know, I'll have some gin or, you know, something along that line, and that's it. That's the show. No second drink. It's like a one drink. I'm sipping. I'm babying that bitch, and then I've got my glass of water there on the side, and that's the show. That's just the show.
It's true. I just loved when you're younger and it's a constant partying all the time. And it was always the constant refrain of like, I'm never drinking again. And then the next weekend, even heavier than last time.
You go harder in the paint.
And then wake up and you're like, I can't do that again. That's just too much.
I had my phase. Yeah, I had my phase, and I did. Probably for a good from like age 16 to like 22, 21, 21.
Yeah.
Hard in the paint. Hard in the paint.
Well, we're going to find out if Dr. Nebula, who's in the top left, is a Zerg, can go hard in the paint against Buds, his opponent, the blue Zerg, in the bottom right, with a whopping 4 non-speedlings to start this up. And that queen is already going to get to work. But unfortunately, 2 Zerglings showed up earlier to the party. You need to be fashionably late for a reason. And that's why, because the host will kill you.
Oh, 100%, and it looks like Buds is going for a fast Roachwarren, already getting layer tech as well. It seems as though Buds is going to be looking to do a 2-base all-in, might even grab a third, but strictly just for the larva, and he scouts this out. Now, I wonder what Nebula here is going to do, because you're seeing the layer, you also see the Roachwarren, and he is going to respond with that. He's also got a Roachwarren, and he's got his lair. So they're doing the same damn thing. This is a mirror matchup.
Yep.
We got Burrow coming. It is a
mirror matchup.
For Nebula.
Proper.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
I like a little Burrow action. We don't see too much Burrow in these here parts these days.
No.
Once in a while we catch it. But you know what? When it does show up, like the hit rate for like using Burrow well is pretty high.
It
shockingly,
is. I mean,
in these here parts,
it's great when you're using Roach. They're going to regenerate a little bit faster when they're burrowed. It's great if your opponent doesn't have spore crawlers or has overseers. It allows you to just move around and even attack, like, you know, without them even noticing it's coming. I think it's heavily underutilized. I think it's a fantastic upgrade. That I think more Zerg should be doing across the board, and it's something we don't see too often. Bud's doing a great job with his creep spread. Gonna go ahead and put down 1 spine crawler here. Still, look at this infestation pit, and his opponent going for the Hydralisk Den. We've got a 3rd and a 4th for Nebula, and still only 2 base for Buds. So it seems as though we could be seeing some swarm hosts, which I don't really recall the last time I've seen somebody like fast tech the swarm hosts against a Zerg.
Another Zerg?
Yeah. Unless
Certainly not.
He might be going for Nidus.
Maybe.
But I'm thinking swarm hosts. Why else would you get this quick? There's no overlord in position to put down a Nidus network.
No.
So we'll see. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we were looking pretty mirrored up here until the last, just the last minute or so, and certainly we're gonna have to wait and see where, how much different these two gents get. I mean, we're seeing heavy expansion work. Dr. Nebula right now, popping down another 2 on the way. He's got his Hydra Den as well, so we know what we're getting on one side with some certainty. But Buds is a bit of a question mark right now.
Yeah.
He is going to go for his 3rd. He just put that down.
Late.
And so this seems weird. It's late because he fast teched
to stuff he
and
is not
didn't do anything with it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that could be his. If he loses that or this game, that could possibly have been the error that that put him under.
Oh, for sure. His opponent is on 4 base. He is way ahead in the macro department. It doesn't seem like Buds is planning to attack anytime soon. Still has done nothing with this infestation pit. I would have preferred to have seen him get that hatch over this. Did get the roach warren, built a little bit of roaches, but really didn't do, he's not massing them. He is droning heavy now. But again, Nebula, 58 drones to the 46 of Buds. The supply count is relatively even, but I like the tech of Nebula much more. He's got Hydras now in the mix. He's upgrading those Hydras as well. The Overseer's now out there. He's got the 4 bases. We are finally seeing Bud start to move up a little bit, but he's got enough back here. He's going to catch him out.
That could be a big pick.
This is going to be a big pick. This is going to be a big pick.
He's got to catch him up. He's going to get him, and he's going to be able to get all this, too. He's got more than enough roaches.
Yeah,
and that's focus. The majority of Dr. Nebula's army. He might be able to pick a base up off of this, or at the very least, it's going to force Dr. Nebula to stop macroing entirely and commit heavy amounts of larvae to units to try to hold this line. And Buds is kind of just tickling right now, and rightfully so. He doesn't want to lose his units in return. Yep. He knows he's on home court with Dr. Nebula, who can reinforce, and he did. And so this has been smart so far. But again, at the very least, we did see production go up here specifically into units. We're getting more Hydra. And Buds, with a good pickup there, still has a lot of work to do because he is up against somebody who has out-teched him to this point.
Yeah, out-teched him, and not only that, he's up against four hatcheries and home court advantage, so he's going to be able to reinforce much quicker. He's doing a great job at creating that trail of creep so that he can reinforce himself very quickly. But again, he is up against a little bit of a better army, like a better unit composition, but he's also up against those 4 hatcheries. But Buds is continuously building units right now. We got a bunch of Zerglings in the mix as well, and unfortunately for Nebula, is moving out and could get caught. Those lings right there is going to tell him that they are coming down, and that's going to tip him off to either A, counterattack, or come back to base, defend, and then go up.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that 3rd. It's not really gathering any minerals. I'd probably just go. I'd probably go and then just maybe build some spine crawlers at home and see what I can do with my roaches. If you go back, I mean, all you're doing is giving Nebula even more time to macro and get further ahead. You need to precipitate something with all these units that you've invested in while not macroing. Are those still regular lings?
They are. They are definitely regular lings, and they are gone to the cleaners, and that is it. They die and do 0 damage. I'm not even sure they killed 1 unit.
No, not 1. 0.
Yeah. Well, he now knows what his opponent has. This is a lot of roach, and he has been doing a good job at focus firing down on units, and he's gonna have to do the same here.
That's not even a move, bro.
Oh my god.
Okay,
dude.
well maybe he wanted to just get really close. I have no idea, but I mean he lost at least 5 or 6 units just in the process of walking up that ramp in a line.
That wasn't it.
And Hydra, just way too much damage. You can't, I mean, this is a lot of roach, but you can't, Hydra, in numbers, don't care really about your roaches in the grand scheme of things. We now have Dr. Nebula going for Burrow, or no, that's what you already had.
Yeah.
Sorry, I mistook the. I mistook that the line.
He's getting all of the upgrades right now for his units, but Buds does have the upgrades advantage ever so slightly. It's going to be 2-2 versus 2-1 at the moment, but we do have more upgrades going for Nebula, and Nebula now gonna have 6 hatches. Things are starting to snowball pretty quickly. We do have a 4th base going down there in the bottom left for Buds. So now look at the supply count, though. 154 to 127. He's going to be able to get some hot fire mixtapes thrown down there, but this unit composition is very scary. You've got a Zerglings that are going to be in the front, tanking a bunch of early damage, while the Hydras are in the back, dealing the huge DPS. Couple of hot fire mixtapes go down, but he does not want to press this fight because these Hydras are going to be able to pick off a lot of those roaches, especially the ones in the front lines that are almost already dead. And Buds doesn't have enough Zerglings to get in the front himself, and he kind of just has to back up. If I was Nebula right now, I'd be trying to get into lurkers as soon as possible. And it looks like he's going to get caught out here. Buds is in a horrible position, and he might just lose almost all of his army here in this fight, and this should be the green light for Nebula to go down there and counter and win the game.
Yeah, I was going to say, Nebula was respecting Bud's army way too much there at the beginning. He had more than enough to just already go in and win, but I think he wanted to be extra sure about victory, and he can be extra sure about victory now. This is a lot of Hydra, a lot of Roach, and even with upgrades, it's not going to matter. And with so many bases, and the fact that, yeah, Bud's allowed, got himself a little super highway here. Unfortunately, in a ZVZ, that means that it's also a super highway for Dr. Nebula. And so the reinforcements will be just as quick for him, except he's got units that do a lot more damage. He does have to play this a little safe. I mean, there are 4 bases here, but he just hasn't been macroing as Buds with drones. And he just doesn't have the resources to even use the larva to do this. And here comes the cavalry to save the day. And victory is secured for Dr. Nebula. Well done, well played, and a great little mirror matchup ZVZ there, for sure.
Yeah, not bad at all. Nebula's just kind of like one step ahead for the most part in the majority of the game. Buds had like one opportunity there to possibly pick off a third, but even that would have been dodgy. But yeah, just Nebula just did a better job at macroing, just got into those extra bases early, and it just snowballed pretty heavily. And there wasn't really any real harassment from Buds. Like when he was attacking, he was just running into the army and trying to pick units off. But there was no like Ling run-bys to a third or whatever. It was just very standard, and it just didn't work out. But again, action-packed, solid game, good ZVZ, and decent Nang. So yeah, guys, send in your replays to lifesaglitchtv@gmail.com. Hit the like button. We just ticked up another 1,000 subs. We're at 101.
Hell yeah.
I don't even know what our all-time high was. I thought it was like
111 to 115. It's in that neck of the woods.
Okay.
I can't remember which.
Well, we'll
between
probably
111 and 115,000.
Well, that dream is dead. I think that dream is probably not going to happen. But that's
I don't know if there's another 15,000 StarCraft 2 fans that are willing to be here. By the way, we're going to try.
Hey, we're here. We're doing it.